cameras there. Beautiful event. Spectacular views of the heads at Knysna. The riders won't see it quite from that angle, but they'll get to know the part of the garden route here very, very well indeed. The Rocky Mountain Garden Route 300 has become an extremely popular event. An entrance for the 2013 event gathered at the start and at the registration area. Team Bizhub there. Ishan Stopforth made the trip from George, and in fact, many of the country's top riders, amateurs and pros, had made the trip down to Knysna because this event falls absolutely perfectly into the preparation period ahead of the big multi-day stage races later in the summer months. And of course it's fantastic riding because they don't come much better than the Harkerville Red Route, which came on stage one, a big stage, 100 Ks, some 2,100 meters of climbing in the program, and as a result there were the odd little log jam on the route. The single track became a little bit unrideable, as did some of the river crossings. You mean you're not going to ride that? Anywhere in the garden route is special to ride a mountain bike, and the Garden Route 300 offering the riders an exceptional experience. Lush and green and beautiful forests. Now up front the race was starting to unfold, and that was the Rocky Mountain RSA Web pair. Team Astron were there as well. With the Rocky Mountain RSA Web pair, Daniel Guthoff of Germany and South Africa's René Goostra. The Team Bizhub combination, Catherine Williamson and Nikki Grobler, the aspirant lawyer, in the lush green forests. Spectacular stuff. Louise Wilson and Patrick Mostert are busy putting together a series of wonderful events in the Garden Route region. And this perhaps the top one of them, the premium event, the Garden Route 300, although all the others offer riders of different abilities a chance to experience trails like this. Oopsie! How did you get that wrong?
Why did you do that?
Yeah, I want to make TV now, aren't I?
You certainly are. At the first water point, Yolandi de Toy and Liana Diagra, Bizhub 2, refueling. Perfect weather conditions.
Yeah, it's true. How's it going out there? No problem.
Beautiful, man. Harkerville was just amazing. It was mountain bike heaven, as they call it.
Single track and the coastline was awesome. Beautiful.
And rolling into the finish to take the first day's stage was Team Bridge, Timo Cooper and Adrian Lowe, two of our bright young stars, ahead of Guthoff and Goostra. Wolfgang Kren and René Hasselbacher of Team Astron in third place, all finishing in around 4.5 hours. Ishan Stopforth, and she was partnered by Yolandi de Villiers, two locals. They were the first women over the line in 5 hours and 8 minutes.
Third time round, it's been an absolute treat. Everything has just grown exponentially. We've now got Rocky Mountain on board for the second year, which has made a massive difference. We've all learned a lot in that time. FMB on board now as the prize money sponsor is just really fantastic and raised the event to a brand new level of expertise. Everything about it has just increased exponentially.
Anla Steyn with her partner Charles Duplessis with the leading mixed team after stage one. A grim-looking Shan Wilson focused on the day's racing ahead. All the big shots were using this to prepare for the epic. And what a beautiful day to get down to more hard work on the trails. Every day around about 100 kilometers. And stage two with 2,300 meters of climbing to take them up the ridge climb, then to the 50-kilometer water point, very high point of the race. Timo Cooper on the back of that lead group. Team Astron there going well through Yerusta town just outside. There's Billy Stelling and Billy partnering rower Rob Dormel on the back there in the Seattle Coffee market on the waterfront team. And so the groups rolled through. Some very top quality riders in this as they got to know the communities in and around Knysna. The leading ladies, Nikki Grobler and Catherine Williamson. A little reggae to send them on their way. Not quite Marley and Trenchtown, but not bad for Rasta Town in Knysna. Big Rasta community and a chance for those not too intent on racing to get a few pictures. Heading through the Blackwood Forest to the Spurki Pad and then, of course, the beautiful Diepwallen Forest. The variety of riding in the Garden Route area is second to none. They couldn't have asked for better conditions, and on the front were the leading pair of Koistra and Gatoff, with Cooper and Adrian Lowe behind them, and then Team Astron, Hasselbach and Kren. And going through Neil Bradford and Tim Osren, they're riding for the Harvest Foundation. Plenty of smiling as they cruise through these beautiful forests. Diepwallen Forest, Eysternek still to come. And Rene Koistra and Daniel Gatoff got rid of their chase pair of Timo Cooper and his partner Adrian Lowe. Cooper from Wellington, Lowe from Paarl. They were working hard to minimise the damage.
The last few Ks, come. Good.
And well, the Europeans will be happy with a cyclocross style onto the road, and now heading with the beautiful Nice Lagoon to their right on the pavement. And that's the N2 and into the finish at the Knysna waterfront. The stage win taken by Timo Cooper and his partner Adrian Lowe ahead of the Rocky Mountain RSA Web pair. Randy de Villiers, all smiles, and Ishan Stopforth. One from George, the other from Oudtshoorn, and together they make a formidable combination, winning stage number 2 as well.
I think the race portrays the correct demographics for Rocky Mountain. Having the heritage in the northern shores of Canada, the type of riding I think is relevant. I think the type of rider that participates in this race is serious. Their majority are epic riders, which is the target market for Rocky Mountain, high-end racing bike. So we feel that this is the best event to support our brand philosophy.
Stage number 3 is around 79 kilometres, 1,700 metres of climbing. They head up the Phantom Pass just outside Knysna and come back down the Simola Pass. In between times, they go to the Knysna River Hydro, Millwall Goldfields and the Gona River crossing, as well as Elephant Country. Rob Dormel, a former international rower, partnering a former international cricketer, Billy Stelling, and their team going pretty impressively in the competition because they were lying third, V&A Market on the Wharf team. Had a problem, the lead bike didn't want to start. It would end up in the bunch, getting a push. Eventually got going, and another sparkling Garden Route morning. Dominic Carlitz riding as an individual, rolling for Rocky Mountain, going beautifully. Timo Cooper, there's Adrian Lowe in the Contigo gear behind him. The race leaders, Gatoff and Koistra as well in the mix. Then the chase bunch. Leading that chase bunch, the Combria Cyclehouse-men Vickers Boshoff and Davy van Rensburg. And there's Billy Stelling, Rob Dormel, and Yolandi de Villiers on her own. Trouble for Dr. Ishan Stopforth. She had stomach problems and really had a tough day trying to maintain contact with Yolandi. Cruise control, Rudy de Vet from Maltino and Kenny Skippers. Behind them, Nikki Krobler and Catherine Williamson closing in on the women's leaders. And the mixed leaders, Hanla Stein always smiling, and Charles Duplessis, Charles from Knysna. In fact, Hanla has also moved down to Knysna, and who can blame her? Look at the riding that she can get done in this part of the world. That is Billy Stelling and Rob Dormel. And here come the hunters. Plenty of strength and pace in that bunch.
There you go, guys. Strong legs today.
Just off the road, a lot of big bunches here working together on the roads to get through the kilometres. It's a shortish day today, 78 kilometres. And back with the leading women, Yolandi de Villiers nursing Ishan now. But Catherine Williamson and Nikki Krobler were on their tails, so the chances are they may not win this stage. Back into those deep, lush, beautiful forests. Koistra Gatov, Adrian Lowe, Timo Cooper and Dominic Karlitz. Some of the best young mountain bikers in South Africa in that group. Rene Hasselbacher, former road pro, former Tour de France rider, committing to the mountain bike. And now the new leaders on the stage, Nikki Grobler and Catherine Williamson in the women's. And Handler Steyn and her partner Charles Duplessis also in this group. Great to see such competitive racing. And Ishin and Yolandi, well, it was going to be one of those days for this very experienced pair. What a great way to enjoy these forests. There's Rene Hasselbacher from Team Azra, now based in the Western Cape. Big, strong Billy Stelling. And even bigger and stronger Rob Dormel. That embarrassed many a young pro every now and again. Steep climb into the forest, Yolandi de Villiers. And poor Ishin Stopforth having to push up the climb. Well, she is as tough as they come, Ishin. And you can believe that she really will be suffering. Doesn't get off her bike easily. Boarding them out over the river crossing at the Khona River. And go up Samola. Adrian Lowe, Timo Cooper, and the other two riders, Rena Hostra and Daniel Gatov. They're all finished together, but it's the pair from RSA Web Rocky Mountain to take the win ahead of Timo Cooper and Adrian Lowe. One of the nicest young men you'll find, Timo Cooper. Likewise, Adrian Lowe. And they're in second place. And the stage winners in the women's, Catherine Williamson and Nikki Grobler of Team BizHub. Had they done enough to take the overall? Well, it depends how far back these two ladies finished, Ishin and Yolandi. I think they had just enough time, courtesy of their first two stage wins, to take the overall title. Handler Steyn and Charles Duplessis rolling across the line as winners of the mix to the Rocky Mountain Garden Route 300. What a race.
After 3 years of the GR300, we've definitely got the track at its best. We've had some competitive riders and they've been challenged, they've been put to their paces. The Indigenous track this year has been beautiful. Harkerville was looking great. We're really pleased with the response from riders this year.
Yeah, it's a really special event. Comes early in the year, the Garden Route 200. That's coming up quite soon, a slightly shorter event. I know you've done that before, Andrew. It's some fantastic riding there.
It is absolutely awesome. Nice venue again. Take the family, make it into a whole weekend. Really, really good riding.
Now, let's talk about MTN.